Hi, I am back for another installment of this very exciting little video attempt. Okay, what made me want to come on today is one, I'm excited because I have a Dyson, what is it called? Hot, cool fan. And I don't like a really cool, I don't like a really hot house. So generally, when I wake up in the morning and in the winter and it's a little cool, why do I always look super extra big in the stomach on this? Okay, I don't know what to do. It's not as big as it looks. I guess I just did that. Anyway, I normally turn on my little heater because this room is small and it does the job. I'm an old man. I like my sweaters now. So, but the sweater and the heater, it's a beautiful thing. Well, about 2 weeks ago, I turned it on and the heat was coming out and it oscillates. So after like two or three oscillations, it stopped, pointed in one direction, and then started blowing cold air. And I was highly unhappy. So I would plug it in every night, and I had to unplug it to turn it off because it wouldn't turn off. And it flashed where the temperature normally shows. One of the little, like you've seen numbers like clocks where the numbers are in lines. And if one of the lines goes out, it can change the whole meaning of everything. So one of the lines went out, and it looked like PA. So I went on to the fabulous, what is this called? YouTube, because they can tell you how to do anything. They can tell you how to build a house on YouTube. And they said that if that was the case, if that was the code that was showing up, that if I took it all apart, one, it would void the warranty, but I think I'm out of warranty anyway because I've had this thing for a very long time. And it cost a lot of money a very long time ago. So I wanted to do some. I was going to try since it wasn't working correctly anyway. So I unscrewed it. And the man who showed how to do it, when he undid his bottom, because you have to take the bottom off and then, brush out all of the dust and hair and filth out of it. His was disgusting. I almost left him a little note telling him how nasty he was, and he should have been ashamed for showing that, because I remember when I was a teeny tiny kid, this is how much it froze into my head. We lived in the projects, and whenever somebody had roaches, they always had there was a certain little mark of like roach turds, I guess is what it was. And when he took the thing off, all I saw was roach turds. So he was disgusting. So when I didn't expect to find roach turds in mine, because thank goodness I don't have a lot of bugs. I might have a centipede or what do you call those things? A spider. But generally I'm not a bugged person. So when I took mine apart, there was pretty much no dust. So I'm like, what is going on? So I put it all back together, and then I found another one that said that if you buy a can of air, one of these, and clean out blow the dust out of different certain parts of the thing that turns. So I'm like, okay, I'll try that. But in the meantime, I purchased a new one, and I was going to go pick it up today. And I was like, okay, I won't pick it up until tomorrow. Let's just go in and get this can of air. I go to get the can of air. I wanted to fight everybody in Staples because I just don't understand people that if it's your job to do anything and somebody comes to you and needs your help doing your job, why do you give an attitude? I don't get it to save my life. So I asked this young lady if they had the single cans of air, because they had one that was their personal use. They were using it for the store. And I was like, I need one of those. I need one can. All we have are 4-can packages. And I said, well, no, I just came from downstairs. I saw the 4-can packages. I also saw single cans. No, you didn't. I was like, okay, because I don't want to spend time with the crazy people. So I'm like, okay, could you get somebody to help me? Because I needed to get away from her, because then she would get to see a part of me that I haven't seen in a long time, and you know he's happy being asleep. We're gonna let that grumpy bear stay asleep. So she calls down there. They say there are no single cans. I saw a single can. So I'm like, okay. I turn around, I walk away, I go downstairs, and then here comes Lumpy Dumpy Suzanne, and I'm like, could you hand me one of those? Oh, I didn't think we had any of those. You get silence from me at that point because then I want to curse you out. So she gives it to me, and I go back upstairs, and I march straight to Sophronia, who didn't want to help me in the first place. And the face said, "You fucking whore." Ooh, did I just curse? Sorry. But all of my actions were very, there you go. Thank you. This is what I want. And she was looking at me like, ooh, I'm waiting for you to just do the wrong thing and I'm going to let you have it. She didn't know that I was ready to let her have it too. So we would have both had each other. Then I got out. Anyway, I get home. I air hose this thing down. This boy has never been so breezy. And it has been on and working for the last hour. I'm so excited. So now I get to return the other one, hold on to a few of my coins, and I'm back to my heat, my little bit of heat. So that was good. The other reason I wanted to talk is because I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he asked my advice from time to time, which I really, it makes me feel good that somebody trusts my little opinion, enough to think about it. If you do something with it and it works, then I am beyond overjoyed. If you think about it and you don't feel like it's going to work for you, then you put it to the side. I'm happy that you listen to me. So anyway, he was asking me, and I've been thinking about it ever since. How do you? He's at an age. He's a young guy. He's at an age where he's ready to grow in further into his grown man self. And so he asks me questions all the time, and we just have a quick little chat whenever I run into him. And so he asked me, how did I go about figuring out who I wanted to be, who I wanted to grow into. And his example of what made him start thinking about that to ask me the question was that he said he's very competitive. And if he has locks, he's like, so if I have locks and I see somebody else with locks, the way that I would wind up the easiest way that I know to change into whatever the next iteration of whatever my locks are going to be is I'll see somebody with something and then I become competitive. And it becomes his are like that, mine are like this. I'm going to make mine like his, but better. And that's going to, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him. And if he's, he works out a little bit and he's like, and if I go to the gym and I see somebody that's bigger than me, then that's my goal. I'm going to be bigger than him. I'm going to do this. And so my question was, is that really beneficial to you? Because if competition is the only thing that makes you grow into whatever is next, are you really growing into something that is real and true for you? Is it going to be something that you can maintain? Because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it to be better than the next person. And once they're gone, if you never find somebody else to be better than after that, then you're stagnant and you don't know how to move, in my head. So, I told him anything that I've wanted to do, if I saw something in somebody or I saw something that somebody had that I admired, then if it was a thing, then I knew that was something I'm going to work towards. I'm going to have that thing for myself because I think it'll make me happy. Or if it was a personality trait and I couldn't figure out how to get it myself, I would find somebody who had that personality trait. And if they were a good person and I like them and they like me, then I would watch them. I would suck up that energy to figure out how they do these things to be that person that I want to be. and then I become it, and then they're a part of me. My friend, she gets upset when I say names, but my friend, you know who I'm talking about. She's very good at getting to from A to Z, A to Z. She can figure that out in a heartbeat, and that was something I had trouble with. So through our friendship, I've learned how to navigate terrains to get to my objective. And friend, you know I love you extra for that, right? Right? She's gonna curse me out. She likes to curse me out these days, but love you. Anyway, so my question is, no one ever answers my questions, just so you all know. I ask these questions and I actually want engagement, but you all don't do it. And so I'm saying it again, and maybe somebody will, talk with me. But how did you become the better you? What was your method for self-improvement? Is it reading, like self-help books? Is it like me observing and then absorbing? Is it competition, like my buddy? And once you get to where you want to go or get the thing that you want to have, how do you feel about it? If it's a thing, do you cherish it and it becomes something special? Or is it, now that I have it, okay, goal accomplished, move to the side, what is next? Because once I acquire a thing that I've wanted, first of all, I'm going to buy whatever. If I can't have the exact thing, I'm going to get everything that I can to get as close to it as possible until I find the one thing like it that satisfies me. But all those other little things, plus the thing that I was aiming for, become really special things for me. Like I can look anywhere in my house and pretty much give you a story about everything that's in here, because just about 98% of everything in my house is something that touches me on an emotional level, and that's how I feel about it. So if somebody feels like it, I would love to engage with you. If you could answer the question, how did you grow into whoever you are? What was your process? Okay. And that's it. Yeah. Bye. Talk to me soon.